not gonna say I don't want to do it. I just don't feel like putting all of that extra sauce on it. Takes away from, my opinion, takes away from the content. You know, some people have the way they go about the show and shows, and you know, the selling point is solid in-depth analysis along with uh repeating the story. You know, it takes one on a journey again, as if they didn't watch the show, maybe they replayed the show. It's a little bit of a faltered method because some things go forgotten. Some things, shit, I'll say I ain't even see. But you know, ultimately, you know, I delved into character development in this a while ago. So that's really what matters most. And that's why we're really taking our time with going for the pomp and circumstance of what entails pushing the media button on this. You know what I mean? So enjoy the offerings. Take them for what they're worth. They've clearly um, assisted in moving the product to the next plateaus. So with that, let's yo. Alright, so last week they talking all of this SmackDown. Oh, sorry about the no coverage and da 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 da. Like, okay, cool. So we're gonna be doing previews and then we'll just go into the rest. So SmackDown preview for tonight. After last week was solid, man. I'm enjoying SmackDown. I think that's what it is. 3 hour show, sure, but everything has something going on, and I think that's really what matters. So let's just keep that going. Jay won the Royal Rumble. Charlotte won the Women's Royal Rumble. I am comically enthused for the Queen. I'll say that. I'm you know, I'm seeing what the product has evolved into, and I'm seeing the characters and how they're developing. Charlotte looked great on NXT. I'll say that. Um, we'll see how it continues to translate on main roster stuff. There goes that. Now, yeah, Jay won, Charlotte won. All right, fine. Everybody, in my opinion, right now is looking pretty good on SmackDown. I can't say anything is. Nothing needs to be super highlighted. I'll say that. Not for me. For me, anything that is being highlighted, everything is great. But the standout stuff, I think I'll get into when it's a little different. Oh my goodness. Damn. Wow, I see. As I'm looking through, SmackDown is so the B show is hilarious. But it's, you know, I don't want to say an A or B show. I like Raw because Netflix, but people like SmackDown because 3 hours. That's what I'm sensing, but ultimately it's TV time across the board, bro. So SmackDown's died at 3 hours. We all waiting to see how Solo gets back. What's Roman gonna be reacting like? You know, like 2K25 covers deep. We don't need no main event, but maybe we do. Elimination Chamber's coming up. We'll see what we get. All right, now let's get into this Raw, man. Main event came through. One told Gunther he going for the title. Said he's not interested, but he's still going to fight him. I mean, it's cute. It's cute. Gunther's there. You know what I mean? Like, if we looking at anything for real when it comes to that, regardless of how the match plays out at Mania, you know, I've been speaking on the organic build between Jey Uso and the crowd. I've also been speaking for over a year now about the smaller statured superstar by comparison to the super heavyweights, you know what I'm saying, of the old administration and the old era being that conditioned image of what a champion is supposed to be and look like. You know, I'm going to go ahead and contend that a true champion stopped looking like that when Nia Jax got up there and had that promo. Gonna have to run them clips on that one. So we get back, and I'm looking at a Sami Zayn beating Gunther, a Jey Uso quite possibly being able to do that as they usher in, a newer era of the not as conventional WWE superstar being champion. I mean, I guess, but again, when it comes to the build that Jey has created with the crowd over the years, when it comes to Sami Zayn proving worth on the indie scene, then getting to the main roster and proving it over years, a character like Gunther, bigger title. It's not the IC championship. So when he's saying things like, yo, always remember something. Even though it seems like we're just trying to convince the people that there's a fighting chance outside of what I do for this, I'm always in full control of what's taking place. So, I mean, I'm not mad at it. The clear awareness on what to do and when to do it, that matters. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are those that aren't really aware of it, but I would say that part of the fan base is, who we need. Like, I've got a friend that, he watches, but he doesn't watch any of the podcast stuff. He doesn't watch any of the inside baseball. He's more interested in looking at the raw talk. He's interested in seeing all inside storyline stuff. And it's like, okay, well, you don't really know much. And then he's seeing the inside storyline part of it, like the media scrums, and feeling like, yeah, now I know the do's and I know what's going on, because I understand how they asking questions, and I know what certain things mean when certain things happen. And it's like, man, you can't really tell us about corporate. So, there goes that. But ultimately, I'm definitely enjoying just how politically violent the championship pitch is starting to look now. But that was enough big words. Penta, Ludwig. All right. Part of my but Penta, look, he's gonna work. He's gonna be there, and the fans have gone with it. He's on an undefeated streak. Kaiser being like that quick comedy jobber, like, how long are we doing this? I've seen the game do this and fail at it a number of times. Not gonna front. I've seen the game try to bring up, and then it's like, all right, well, are we pulling the trigger on any of them? Like, are you, like, this is supposed to be something that's passing time? Like, it's not Vinci, though. Kaiser is a little different. Kaiser got a lot more fanfare with the crowd. I feel like Vinci should have had that, but Kaiser being in that spot, I think he's a little bit more proven, though, so far as what's been going on TV. So if he's looking a little silly right now, I've learned to trust the process also. So it's like we're looking at the history of it, but if I'm really thinking about it, back in the day, Hunter was in some of the worst spots, man. And I wasn't even around for some of that shit. But I know. So, and it was all off nonsense. So he technically got in trouble for some shit he ain't need to get in trouble for. But then, when you're like the goody two shoes for so long, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, bro, you ain't all that. Like, you're not really, what's the word? You're not as innocent as you may seem. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing the angelic thing because of how demonic you've been. Or demonic you are, but we don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But no, over the time now that we're looking at game in the position, it's like, I know, trust the process. I've spoken on this implicitly for weeks now. Trust the process. So Kaiser going in there with somebody like Penta, undefeated, brand new, fanfare still, a lot of excitement around him. Look, I mean, he could go. He can definitely move. Like, he in there doing his thing. So keep it up. What else we got? Charlotte came through. That's right. Rhea wants to fight Charlotte for the championship. I'm not rushing it, but I'm definitely a little more. My favorite part of the Rumble, or one of my Rumble moments, was when they put the camera on Liv. And man, we ain't rushing it, but look, that's kind of just where my vision is going. Rhea and Charlotte, that's Mae Young classic energy. You know, Rhea is super evolved. Charlotte's clearly evolved more so. So they're gonna potentially have one. But who's the champion right now on SmackDown? Tiff? Yeah, Charlotte and Tiff is the obvious pick here. Like, Rhea can continue to elevate herself. She doesn't need Charlotte's co-sign at this point. But eventually they're gonna meet, and I see that happen, and I can't wait for it. But Tiff right now, Tiff and Charlotte, that's been the thing. Like, if Rhea would have kept the blonde hair, we would have had a conversation about that, and that's a fact, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tiff gives that, you know, hot girl vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, pretty little sister type, you know what I'm saying, so far as her by comparison to where Charlotte is at. And it's very clear, like, when Charlotte was in NXT, what was Tiff doing? Junior high, you know what I'm saying? So, real shit, like, I'm liking it. I mean, I don't want to see them battle, but who doesn't want to see two blondes go at it, you know what I mean? And then it's like two spoiled blondes, too. And, yo, let's just move on before I sit here for the rest of the day just all Americana. All right, New Day, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee. Good on Dragon Lee for being back on TV. Shouts to Rey, of course. And what it's been 10 years, right? Good on him. Shouts to all three of them. A new song, new graphic, new poses. I love Jey Uso. I love Jimmy Uso. It took me a minute to get used to Jey Uso's theme. And then Jimmy's theme is just, oh my fucking God. Like, some of this, the music, man, it's really agitating. I'm not even going to front. So to hear New Day's music, it actually reminds me of Miss Parker's music. I'm not happy about it right now. I can deal with it. I can understand. It definitely makes me laugh in my own respects because, you know, it's modern day. These guys, if anybody was to get a theme song change, whether good or bad, it would have been the New Day, you know, and they have a new character, so it's like well earned. New theme, it fits their, you know, heel vibe right now. When are these guys going to get back on? Are they ever going to be baby faces again? Breaking them up is the worst possible thing to do. But a singles title for Woods can work if we got space in the World Heavyweight Championship picture sometime after Mania. I could see him running with an IC Championship or something of the sort. That's just me, though. Shouts to New Day. Shouts to Ray, and shouts to Dragon Lee. And the LWO, too. We'll love it, though. All right. Liv, Io Sky, DQ. Now she's in the Elimination Chamber match. Yo, Io is on the way up right now, bro. She has a lot of momentum now. I don't think she needs another loss next week, but I will definitely say I am enjoying watching Io on screen. There are certain stories that have to take place between Io and a couple of different characters. Like, where's Kyrie? Where the hell is Asuka? I was hoping she'd be back at the Rumble. I'm mad. Like, that was two people that I wanted to see at the Rumble, and I didn't get to see them. So there's that. So that's Asuka. Bailey, Asuka, Kyrie. And then Coda is on sit down for concussion protocol. I don't even think I saw the match. Bruh, what the fuck, bro? So just something needs to happen. All right. Excuse me. Seth Rollins hyped up Sami Zayn for the qualifying match against Punk, and Punk won. I said everything I needed to say about Sami, respectfully. Like, he was the first one I picked. And I wasn't even a fan of him then. But he was the one I said, I was like, nah, everyone really is going with him, and then he can go. I'd never forget the first match I seen him in with Shinsuke. So it's absolutely a great idea to have him usher in that new era of your non-conventional looking champion. My opinion. I fuck with Sami Zayn heavy now. It took a minute, but that's definitely like my bag. Like they've been wanting me to pair up with Sami Zayn energetically for a minute now. This goes back to like the days of him and Rusev. Was it Rusev? Or was it him and Shinsuke when they were teamed up and he's the mouthpiece before he returned into the Great Liberator? Come on now. With the little combat hat and everything. Yeah, man. So, yeah, Sami Zayn. Seth, come on now. Seth is a bright spot of the show anytime now. I'm not gassing it, but you're probably gonna get a good promo out of him. You're gonna get some kind of excellent television, and that's no gas to Kobe. You know what I'm saying? But in respect to whatever is going on there, good shit. Now people were complaining that Becky wasn't in the Rumble. I ain't crying. We ran through Raw. Let's get into NXT because no ordering on any of this, but it is what it is. Good on them. Good on everybody that was on Raw. Got it popping. Let's look at this NXT bag for a little minute because, oh God. Alright. Got a lot of kids down there, man. A lot of new heads, a lot of new energy, and we'll figure out the way to get everybody on proper accord. Best women's division in wrestling, they pushing it. No one's gonna argue it. We've got the characters, we've got the strength, we've got the motion, we got the movements. You know what I mean? They've got the looks. It's pretty much a full package. They got the in-ring capability, they got the promos, and then they still got the space to practice. So keep fucking going. That's where I'm at. I love it. Stephanie Jane. Stephanie Vicaire, that is, and JC Jane. Alright. Look, Stephanie Vicaire is slowly turning into that sleeper hottie. You know what I mean? Like, I started paying attention to Steph when she was walking through our backstage and they were doing like the the CW trick with filling up TV time. Really just a TV trick. You know what I mean? They got Jay for that. They got they have those backstage vignettes for that where Stephanie was running all around looking for whoever messed up that match. That was a couple of weeks ago, but they've been doing it. And it's like, do you want to watch this commercial ad break or would you rather watch what's going on TV? Like, dang, this is heavy. But ever since then, everyone's noticed. And it's like, she's like like that quintessential. Like, her theme song is so generic that it turns likable. And then it's like, she's hot. So it's like, all right then. Like, you go ahead then with and then the little thing on top of her she be rocking. Look, she's a different type of number, man. And then she could go. I think it's really working out for her. The fans are behind her. Look, she's been perfect. I think she's a fun ad. So let's continue keeping it going, and we'll see what happens as time moves on. Of course, of La Primera, huh? I like that. Fandango came back to NXT, and he wants to fight Lexis King for the Heritage Cup Championship. First of all, that's a no. Lexis King changed up the rules. I mean, 1-4. Nigga, you better be knocking him out then. Part of my language. Because that's how I feel. If it's going to be 1-4, I'm knocking him out. I'm knocking him out. And I'm not going to stop. The refs is going to have to pull me off. And respectfully at that, like, all right, you've done enough. And it's still going to be like, nah, I'm stomping them out because that's all I see the code word for. I'm taking the ladders. I'm taking a ladder from under the ring. You know what I'm saying? Shit get real dirty. I fight dirty out this motherfucker. I put some mud in y'all, bitch. I'm telling you. So that's how I might need to turn with Lexis King going for the low blows and the brass knucks, though he trying to play honorably. I don't sense a level of honorable nature when this guy's coming back and he ain't calling himself who he is. Like, that ain't JDC. JD has had a birthday yesterday. What are you talking about? I'm talking about Fandango? And that music hit with the little piano and the music and the dance. Yo. It was something that I actually want to run back when Fandango broke up with Rosa and everybody went crazy on Raw. That was one of my earliest moments back in the day watching. I believe that might have been in 2015, maybe 16, but it was like he broke up with her and everybody went crazy. And he was celebrating, they were celebrating for him. What was her name? Rosa, I believe. Oh my Lord. This is the throwback of throwbacks, but whatever. All right, Rich Holland beat Stacks. Shouts to Stacks. Shouts to Tony. I mean, the Don is out there doing his thing on the CW looking. I'm thinking this was a real NXT backstage vignette. So I'm like, look, here go NXT doing a fun little field trip thing again. Nah, this shit's going to be on CW. Good. Good. Exactly. And then it took me back to my childhood because I've watched the CW evolve from the WB network. And you know, it really has always had that type of aura to its television. So you go back and you watch it like real superhero TV, very Gotham Heroes-esque type vibe, you know. Shouts to Chris and Mel, you know what I mean? Like, he's just in a couple of shows. You know, he was running that Arrow. My man's loves Arrow. You know what I'm saying? So real good. Real good right now with what's going on with the fam. They got Izzy almost pulling up. Like, we don't know what's going, but I'm liking that. Shouts to Rizzo. Shouts to the consigliere. You know what I'm saying? He's looking rather dapper like always. So everybody's really crushing that. I can appreciate what's going. So far as just the entire thing. What's this guy? Rich Holland needs something going. Not really too sure where his direction is, and we love Ridge for the record, but we need a direction for him. Like, being the bully that injures everybody, said fuck it, I'm gonna just embrace injuring everybody. All right, cool. Then what? So we'll leave that to HBK. Soruka, Zarya beat Gigi Dolan and Tatum. You know, Jordan Grace coming out at the Royal Rumble with pretty hair said WWE through and through, and I got a kick out of it. I think we're gonna need some of that same energy for Zarya. How are we gonna pretty Zarya when Soul is just naturally hot? Now Zarya, I'm sure, is pretty underneath all that face paint and colored hair, but it's like two completely opposite dynamics. If I got the Quins up now, Lava Chatter. What was that girl with the pup? She came on and she had a bunch of vignettes for a while. Then had a pup out there looking scared for its life. Valkyrie. That one. Her. That's one side of the spectrum. And then we've got Zarya on the other side of the spectrum. So this is the modern day idea on what's wanted so far as that aesthetic goes. And really, that's all I've got so far. We're gonna continue to let it develop, you know, but just let it be clear that nobody goes and ignored. You know what I'm saying? In my NXT, the best women's division in wrestling right now. So I know it might seem like some do, but nah, you're gonna have to really make the most of that TV time, and I don't forget, like, out of nowhere, because, you know, it's like shouts to Lash and Jakara, you know, like shouts to Kaylani. And I don't want to put no faves on nobody. You know what I'm saying? You see the light starting to shine a little bright on that when I start talking the real names out here. But you know, shouts to Carmen, shouts to Ren. I don't want to leave anybody out, but right now, again, it's about Zarya. So I see the look on that. I need to know what direction HBK wants to have, or at least creative wants for Zarya, because I see the spectrum. Now we need to find direction, and then we can all add on. So you go ahead and cook the spaghetti. I will definitely throw it at the ceiling to test if it's good and cooked. Now shouts to Soul, because she always looks great. Woo, that sun beaming. Yeah, it's the sun. Anyway, shouts to Gigi. I was about to say shouts to JC. Oh my God. But shouts to Shotzi, of course. And come on now. You talk about a sleeper agent, yo. Tatum has been the best for years. And I'm not rushing anything. Shouts to my Tately. She knows she's going crazy out there anytime she get on TV. She look damn good. I mean, Running with the Dolly aesthetic, meh. Meh. But the look is the look. She looks great. You know what I'm saying? And I can really appreciate what she offers each time she's on TV. It been like that. So there goes that. Bailey and Roxy got into a heated exchange. Then Charlotte came out. Then Cora came out. And Julia. Man, look. Past and present, 4 horsewomen, modern day best women's division in wrestling. 2 of the 4 is not complete. Respectfully. Now I understand. We dealing with who we got. And these are 2 strong names. 2 of the 4. There's only one way. I went very, very far in order to get her story to be made for Ava. And that's all that really mattered. Everything else can just cease to exist now. So far as what I wanted in regard to getting the final boss to come through and give the final boss blessing to the now final boss at NXT and Ava. You know, a long way from schism, long way from silly contexts and silly masks and climbing trees and weirdo people that got released. And it's just storyline. You know, like, it's a long way from that. You know, she went through the trenches and now she's where she's at. So the pride in how far she's gotten, that matters more than anything. So everything else, you know, it's just gonna, I guess, take a back seat or a trunk or I don't even know. Then just, you know, we move past that. Now, full women's division on display, man. They all look great. Same way I went hard to get Ave her promo is the same way that I would go fairly hard to get all 4 of them back. But one of them is busy, another one is momming, and then we got 2 of them on NXT television when they on the main roster. Roxy saying that Cora could finally win a championship was fucked up. That's hilarious. Cora's improved. I'll say that. Congratulations to Roxy for being the longest participant in the Women's Royal Rumble this year. There's a chance that no one's going to break that record next year. Or Roxy gets to retain it again because she breaks the record herself. World Star. That's really what I got for it. I'm proud of all of them. I liked it. Now, Carmen Petrovic, Kehlani Jordan. Look, Kehlani has gone violent. I love it. I love everything she's doing, and she needs to keep it up. Miss Parker and her theme song change, punishment. Shaking my fucking head. You snitched on yourself. Blame the dirt sheets, and you're supposed to stay off of those. Like, look how that all played out. Look how that all played out. Now, please change Jada Parker's theme song back to them OTM boys. Where's Scripps? Shouts to him. I'm saying this normal theme song business is not it. They changed the Bloodline theme song back to the Bloodline theme song. You know what I'm saying? Or the new Bloodline, so I'm saying, or whatever the fuck we want to call it. You know what I mean? Like, they changed that back, changed Miss Parker's theme song back to that OTM because this new shit is not working, bro. She is not celebrated for whatever the fuck she was doing. We're not celebrating that. But we celebrate her because she was creating a static and buzz. And we need that sort of natural energy. Give her song back. Give her theme song back. Just give her theme song back. I'm not begging. I'm damn sure not demanding it. But at the end of the day, we're trying to build people here. Miss Parker is one of them that have a little bit of traction with them. Don't slow that shit down. Or because, we're scared she's going to get too gassed up? Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and keep her right where she's at then. LaShawna kick her ass. No, she won't. No, she won't. Chill. Jakara would give her hands. You see what I'm saying? We can keep going. I ain't saying who gonna win or lose. I mean, it's Hately right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Miss Parker got a lot of people she could be taking on, and it's like, nah. If her theme song is right, then everyone can come up. Right now, that theme song not being good, if she wins, it's kind of like, Like, that's what it's gonna turn into. That's what it's gonna turn into. So now let's look at it like this. Oh, good timing, huh? Who won? Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams and all the rest of that? Look, Miss Parker and the whole women's division, give her theme song back. We need to be working as a team as opposed to working against each other for real, for real. Oh yeah, Kaylani made Carmen tap the fuck out. Oh my god. You seen that? It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. Um, um, I'm proud of her, man, because she went out there and it's like, all right, well, now Carmen knows that she gonna have to fight a little bit more, and it's gonna take a little bit more than just that sword, sweetheart. Just saying. Like, you see how Lonnie do, and Lonnie ain't gonna let up neither. We trained her like that. You know? Me and her mama, if you know what I mean. So, knowing that, nah, Carmen gonna have to step it on up. And no, we all know that Carmen and Ashanti, look, the Adonis has chosen wifey, so we're happy. You know what I'm saying? That they are together through all of the bumps and bruises. Shit, it don't matter to me. I love it. Now, A-Town Down Under, they beat Oba and Trick. Oh man, them guys needed something to do. That's respectfully. I'm not crazy about it, but main roster don't got space in 3 hours. LOL. That ain't fit into the budget. And then we got I mean, Oba and Trick in the can they coexist match? It's like but good on both of them though, because they are two heavyweight spots on the roster that we need right now. You know, like we can't say best men's roster in wrestling because that's just gonna get everybody all frazzled. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the best women's division goes, oh my God, NXT kind of is running off with it. We're not even gonna count the main roster and no. Now that was more than enough of this time. Yo, I'm off this shit. Let's go put some flames out. How's your boy?